life hack is for my dogs. Okay, and you may or may not agree with this, but my dogs need heartworm medicine every month. They need it because in Hawaii, heartworm is very, very widespread, and all you need is one mosquito bite for your dog to get heartworm. Your dog can live a really, really long time if you give them the medicine every month. Now, a dog can go up to 3 months without medicine and still not get heartworm, but ideally that's not the way you want to go. Now, here in Hawaii, the vet makes you pay a $300 exam every year just to get your prescription refilled for the heartworm medicine. To me, this is ridiculous. The dog has been taking the same medicine every month for the whole year, so why do I need to pay another $300 to check him to see if he has heartworm? Because he shouldn't have, because I'm buying very expensive Revolution. I buy Revolution. And this medicine is supposed to kill heartworms, hookworms, roundworms, ear mites, lice, mange, you name it, it's supposed to kill it. Oh, it also kills fleas and ticks, by the way. Right? So this is an all-over killer. It costs like $75 from the vet. So to pay for my dog medicine and pay $300 for each dog, and I have 3 just to get them checked so they can get more medicine, is ridiculous. So I felt there had to be another way. So I went online and I found out, doing some research, that Revolution from cats, Revolution for cats, and Revolution for dogs are exactly the same. Right? Why would you make heartworm medicine for cats? Okay, well, there are some places out there in the world, I guess, the cats get heartworm, but on the whole, cats don't get heartworm. But they do get all these other worms, hookworms, roundworms, you know, they get ear mites, they get ticks, they get fleas. So the medicine works great for them too, but you don't have to give it as often because they don't need to be wormed as often as a dog does. But I found out by reading the labels that Revolution for dogs and Revolution for cats have the exact same ingredients. And did you know you don't need a prescription for Revolution for cats? Even at your vet, you can buy it straight from your vet without a prescription, and you can give it to your dog. It really is about weight and about giving the right amount. So I found an even better hack, because I have 3 dogs, right? And I have 2 cats too, so I give them all Revolution. I've been doing it for years. My dogs are 11 years old and 15 years old, and then I have a 5-year-old, and my cats are like 3 years old and 1 year old. So I give them all Revolution for cats. I buy it online, because if you buy it from another country, you don't need a prescription, even for the dog one. Right? So I buy the cat one because it's cheaper than the dog one, even though they're exactly the same. The only difference is packaging. That's it. That's the only difference. So I buy a whole bunch of these cat ones because I can buy like 6 of these for the price of 3 of the dog ones. 6 for the price of 3 of the dog ones. And each one has 6 doses inside. So that's 6 months, you know, if the animal is this big, right? So I take all of these and I open them up. And then I take the medicine that's inside and I put them in vials. This is where I get a little tweaky, and I apologize if it's triggerish, but they put them in these funny little containers. Well, I take them out of the containers. I put them in these containers. Put a whole bunch of them in one of these containers until I fill up the jar, right? And then I measure these out. I measure these out and I give them to my dogs, because each dog is a different weight and therefore needs a different amount, right? So you need to get the right amount for the right weight, because if you don't, then it doesn't work, right? And then you find out your dog still has fleas. My dog had ticks and everything, and it's like, why is that? My dog's taking Revolution, what the hey, right? But then I found out it's because I wasn't giving the right dosage, right? So you got to give the right dose for the right weight. My Chihuahua takes like 0.25. My bigger dogs, who are not very much bigger, they're little min pins, take 0.33 because they're little fatties, you know. And then my cats, they take about the same as the min pins because they're little fatties too. right? And so I fill up these things, and then I use a syringe, which I don't have right now, but I use a syringe to measure out the medicine, and this medicine goes on the shoulders of my dogs. And I can also use it on my cats, but I only do it on my cats like once every 3 to 6 months. I don't do it every month because it worms them for roundworms, hookworms, you know, and all the other kind of worms. You know, this is easier to store, and it saves me a lot of money, You know, and I want to keep my pets safe, but geez, $300 for an exam just to get the medicine? It's crazy. You can go online and you can find it cheaper. And if you really do your homework, you can find out that there's a lot of products out there that are exactly the same. They just change the packaging or something just so that you will buy it and you'll pay more money for it. I'll give you an example. You know the pumice stone that you use on your feet? If you buy it in the beauty section of the store, it's extremely expensive, like expensive. But that same stone is in the plumbing section, called a plumber's stone, and you use it to get the stains out of your toilet. It's a lot bigger too than the one that you buy for your feet in the beauty section, and it's only $1 something, and it works wonderfully. So it really is, what is it packaged and what is it says it's used for as to how much you're going to pay for it. It's an amazing thing that the market uses to snag you into paying more money. Don't be snagged, be smart, figure it out. And this